gonna say, like, I don't think people care. Oh, it's doing it now?
Oh yeah.
Well, okay then.
Mimi Big Boy.
Mimi big boy, Mimi big boy, Mimi big boy.
Say that through the whole movie.
That would be even better than when he did the trailer reaction. We'd just be like, Mimi Big Boy? Mimi Big Boy.
Jax Films, we love you. You're a god.
Alright, we're watching in Jurassic Perks of Being a Wallflower.
So we recently did a commentary on Lost World.
Recently?
Okay, about a year ago.
2 years ago.
2 years ago, we did an episode of our fake Mystery Science Theater thing for Lost World. Now we're finally doing Jurassic Park.
Yep.
The only movie in this franchise that is legitimately great. We went from legitimately great to a pile of shit to debatably another pile of shit to eh.
To eh. Alright, well, we're at the Universal logo. We're like, logo home. It's so funny.
Are you really
New comedy on the internet.
This would be so much better at my house because we could use surround sound.
Oh. So much better. Why would you marry it?
Are we seriously getting yet
I was gonna
another-
say we get the Universal logo twice. Honestly, I prefer this one. It's all vintage.
At least it's not the one that plays before the Land Before Time sequels with an animated plane flying by.
That's cute. You know, I find it really funny about how, like, ubiquitous this movie is in pop culture. And how, like, everyone forgets the first 15 minutes of this movie. I forget the first 15 minutes of this movie, and I've seen this, like, 3,000 times.
I don't.
Well, I mean, like, the lawyer part, like, who really, honest to God, is like, oh yeah, I remember all of that scene.
I remember that scene because I'm like, oh, that lawyer actor looks like that guy from Little House on the Prairie.
And this scene, I mean, we obviously remember because, shoot her! Shoot her!
And of course, the worker that gets eaten in this opening scene is black.
Yeah, of course. Is that like the guy who dies with the sandwich in Jurassic World? Best character. 10.
And like literally every character who lives in the movie dies in the book, and
Everybody who dies except Samuel L. Jackson.
and everyone who lives in the book dies in the movie.
Oh, we should establish a precedent. This is in both of our top 10 favorite films of all time.
I think top 5 actually.
Not in my top 5.
I don't remember.
This is my number 6.
Wow, you need to move it up.
No, I actually moved it down because I was just like, Birdman needs to be 5, not 6.
Birdman needs to be 3, and this needs to be 4, and then whatever.
Excuse me. Perks of Being a Wallflower and The Usual Suspects would like to have a word with you.
I thought Usual Suspects was 2.
It is too. Oh, spotlight finish. God, look at those shorts. They're so small. Whoa.
Only us would be like, oh, look at the butts.
Yep.
We need.
I bet J.J. Abrams saw this was like, I'm going to make all of my movies look like this scene. Rise the gate. You gotta love how John Williams' score makes literally opening a door amazing. To this day, I still don't know what happened. Like, how did that, like, what just actually happened?
The raptor did a thing.
Yeah, it's just like, did the raptor be like, I'm just gonna push this aside real quick?
To quote, I hate everything because movie.
Because movie. Here we go. Close up on the mouth. Do it. Shoot her! That scream is forever ingrained into my memory.
See what I mean? Like, I always thought that that was the actor who owned the store in Little House on the Prairie.
He does look like him.
Have you ever heard
What
of
has he been in?
Have you ever heard of the YouTube channel College Humor?
Duh.
Well, they did a skit about how the lawyer in Jurassic Park is only there to die, and the actor who plays Gennaro came back to play.
I've seen that.
In
Yeah,
the skit.
that was fantastic.
Could you turn it up a bit?
Okay, let's see here. Martin Ferrero. He's in Heat, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. He voiced himself in the Lego Jurassic World game. That's amazing. Well, he was in the X-Files. Wow, oh my god, his list is so short. He's not been in anything.
Yeah, you know how sometimes when a video game decides to include clips from the movie, well, they're only able to use like some of the voice actors, and then they have to dub over the other actors in the movie clips.
Mm.
And sometimes it can be really bad, like in the Toy Story 2 game, like the dub for Rex.
Yeah.
Like when I showed you that, you were like, "Oh,
it's
God,
terrible." What else is Muldoon in? I haven't seen him in anything. Wow. Looks like nothing. Oh, it's because he died in 1999. That's sad. He was only 53. Damn.
I remember back in second grade, we thought John Hammond was Mr. Arnold.
Yeah.
Because when we were playing Jurassic Park in the playground, you said, "I'll be Mr. Arnold," under the impression that you were Richard Attenborough.
Yep. Yep.
We were so good, weren't we?
Yep. I mean,
then,
we were kids, so it makes sense.
And I was Billy, so that random asshole from Jurassic Park 3.
Yeah, you were Castor Troy's brother from Face Off. I want his face.
Oh yeah, they were able to get Sam Neill's audio in the Lego Jurassic World game for the cutscenes, but not Billy's audio.
Who cares about Billy?
Some guy had to dub it for him.
He's got a generic voice too. Sam Neill is only Sam Neill.
In the Finding Nemo game, they had to dub over the audio of the shark, and it's so bad, just like Rex's.
As you do. You know, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a paleontologist because of this movie. And then as I grew up, I slowly realized that this scene is just what being a paleontologist is just digging for bones in arid desert Utah. And I'm like, I'll pass. I don't like dinosaurs that much. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, Lex certainly... She's a very attractive person. Good lord. She's in nothing. An episode of Boy Meets World.
It looks like the Candace Cameron from Full House.
Nope, it's Lex.
I know, but it looks like her.
She's in a movie called Space.
Oh god, this scene.
Oh, this is my favorite scene. I mean, every scene in this movie is my favorite scene, but...
Again, turn it up, please.
Bird of Prey. Random kid at fossil dig site.
There's no way he could have seen the TV from that far away behind all those people.
Also, what is he doing here?
Is he the kid of the producer?
Probably.
I think Confused Matthew in his review said they called him Simba.
Wayne Knight's IMDb photo. It's half Al from Toy Story. It's half Al from Toy Story for no reason. Why? Oh my god, he was in Space Jam. Forgot that.
It was the best part of that movie.
Yeah, he was.
Like
Movie
that
actually has
moment
a
where
very
Wayne Knight
small
becomes a
cast.
pancake.
Yeah. What happened to Tim?
Dead.
Oh, he was... Wow. Yeah, he was in The Social Network. He was Dustin Moskov.
Because I remember that.
Oh, was he the Winklevoss twins' lawyer? I think he was that guy. Huh. Oh, he was on Justified. Good for him. And The Pacific.
You're missing it, Jake.
I've seen this movie 700 times. I'm gonna spill your guts out, kid. Keep doing that. Stat. Go away. Go away. I always forget B.D. Wong is in this.
Because
He's in Jurassic World longer than he's in this movie. And in
he's-
Jurassic World, he's just like, yes, remember me? And I'm like, barely.
You were a nameless scientist, man.
Yeah, really.
Man, the audio in the other room is obnoxiously loud. This is one of the few times where it's like subtitles would be beneficial.
I'm sure I can turn them on somehow, just don't know how. Whoa, Ted Levine's gonna be in the untitled Jurassic World sequel? Buffalo Bill. And Toby Jones. Huh. Pretty good cast, actually.
And everyone's always like, how dare they ruin Michael Crichton's...
Whoa, hold on here.
What?
The director's J.A. Bayona? The director of A Monster Calls?
Jurassic World 2 is being directed by a Monster Calls director.
Oh, I'm excited.
I'll take that over Colin Trevorrow coming back. Although he's probably too busy directing episode 9.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. Sit down, sit down.
Everyone's always like, how dare they change Michael Crichton's vision? I'm like, yeah, make...
I'm with Rob Walker. Everybody in every Michael Crichton novel is an asshole. All of them. Except for Dr. Grant, ironically. He's actually more of an asshole in the movie because of his strange hatred of children. Spared no expense.
That,
Did you know that he spared no expense, though?
well, that's chaos theory.
But did you know that he spared no expense? Samuel's so dirty.
Well, because the wind from the helicopter blew sand on him.
Yep.
I love
Jurassic City. What is this?
Is that a
What is
game?
this garbage? Is that... Oh my god, that's Ray Wise. Speaking of Ray Wise, I need to watch Twin Peaks. I need to see the new episode. I feel like does this kitchen, like this trailer, not look like the kitchen from E.T.?
Yeah.
Does a bit. Yet another perfect film from Steven Spielberg. Despite me not, like, actually being the biggest fan on planet Earth of Spielberg's, like, just overall, I guess, in my opinion, he's probably made, other than Stanley Kubrick, he's probably made the most amount of perfect films.
What about David Fincher?
David Fincher has made 2 perfect films, by my count. That being 7 and Fight Club.
Gone Girl and Zodiac.
Gone Girl, I think you have to suspend your disbelief a lot for the ending to work for you, and Zodiac, I think, has a little bit trouble with pacing issues in the 3rd act, but they're still solid 9s. For me, anyway.
Let's see.
What
Oops.
are you doing?
Oops.
Oh,
Oops.
why are you doing it?
trying to find subtitles.
Well, no, this is messed up.
Technical
You always
difficulties.
say that, but it's not technical difficulties. It's just us being bad.
So what's new?
Nothing. It's just that it's wrong.
I love.
What did you do?
I don't know. What did I do?
Lord.
I'm so sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I love Human Centipede.
What are you talking about? Okay, we just got to the part we were at before because Jacob was dumb.
The guy's taxi driver was like, you can't even close the door, man.
Did he pay him?
See, what I don't get, this movie clearly establishes the leader of this rival company, and yet for some reason, Lost World, they decide to make the villains Hammond's nephew. Instead
Dude,
of
it's
this,
Lost World. That's what you're wondering about that movie?
and instead of this guy again. Plus,
Again, that's what you're worried about with the Lost World?
Wayne Knight needs to be in more stuff.
True. We got dots in here. I love how happy he is.
The bag's gonna disappear in one shot
Yep.
and come back in the next shot.
Yep. I can't tell if the noise that just happened was from Wayne Knight or the Barbasol can.
Is that shaving cream or whipped cream?
Yes. You just poisoned someone.
Didn't he just give you a whole bag full of money, and you just say, "Don't get cheap on me"?
Yeah, I know, it's called irony. It's supposed to be a joke.
Well, I'm an asshole, so
Yep. Sam Neill has so much contempt for him already. Oh. Ow, ow. Deplorable excess of personality.
what happened to his personality in Lost World?
Can we not talk about the bad movie while we watch the good movie? They spared no expense. Look at Laura Dern. So that's the thing about watching movies like this, is that when you pay attention to like the things that you aren't supposed to be paying attention to, you just notice silly shit. Like Laura Dern's face.
Why did they need a chaotician to test the Jurassic Park again?
Because chaoticians predict unpredictability? It would help them. Also, it's a symbolic thing for the story. See, you know, I never got this scene. Because, like, I get they're going to Jurassic Park and, like, the epic music's playing, but it's just trees. Like, right now, it's just trees. Oh, hey, look, it's the thing that Renegade Cut pointed out to me where I'm like, oh my god.
Which one?
The seatbelt.
Oh, yeah. So when I was a kid, I thought he just had like Laura Dern's other seatbelt.
Yeah, me too. And I was just like, you dumbass. Like if he actually tries to click them together. This is the best score ever made.
What if that wasn't scripted?
It'd be amazing. Sam Neill is just the most charismatic motherfucker ever. He could be phoning it in, and I'd still love this guy.
The most apathetic guy ever is the most charismatic guy ever.
Nah, Jeff Goldblum's a bit more apathetic in this movie.
I love how you can see the Jeeps in this shot, and they're going to be backing up in the next shot as if they're just now getting there.
Continuity.
Oh, we get a big shot of that guy's butt.
It's a good one. Come on. Your butt.
Is there anything John Williams can't do?
I don't know. I mean, I've never heard a John Williams score that I didn't like.
Can John Williams sing?
Probably not.
I know Randy Newman can't.
Jurassic Park is a really good movie.
Imagine if he sang "When Somebody Loved Me."
Somebody loved me. Everything was beautiful. Every hour we spent together.
When I was 5, I thought the voice act. I could have sworn that the guy who sang "You Got a Friend in Me" sounded just like Woody, so I thought it was his voice
Tom
acting.
Hanks. Wait, so is he telling me that he spared no expense?
Yeah. But then in the next scene, you're the only one convinced.
Yeah, really.
From the inside of a dinosaur stomach.
More like I'll be issuing an apology to your family and giving them $1 million settlement so they don't sue me.
Oh yeah, because he was supposed to go to his daughter's birthday party when he got back from this trip. Oh yeah, doesn't the lawyer live in the book?
He does. Oh, Sam Neill does live too.
Jeff Goldblum doesn't, though.
He does, but he doesn't. Because retcon.
Yeah, because he doesn't die to getting eaten by a raptor. He dies to, like, leg injuries after he escapes.
See, this is a scene where, like, there's a Nick Spears video where he talks about one of his favorite movies called The Possession that Sam Neill is also in. And he goes, like, all of the actors in this movie do this thing that I call, acting their asses off. This is that. Sam Neill's very good at that. These effects are still better than Jurassic Park 3.
We haven't even watched that on the channel yet.
I'm not going to.
We need to complete the franchise, Jake.
We don't.
We got 3 in world left.
I just love the way he delivers that. That's a dinosaur.
We need Rob Walker coming in. I am a dinosaur.
I'm a dinosaur.
Imagine if someone does a fan edit and replaces all the raptors from Jurassic Park with Rob in his little fedora.
I'm a dinosaur. Get him. Yeah. I've used that GIF so many times in my life. Actually, this whole movie I probably have in GIFs on my phone. T-Rex? They have T-Rex. Acting his ass off. I love Dr. Grant. He's like one of the most likable protagonists in any movie.
He reminds me of Rick Sanchez, because, like, he's so apathetic, yet so likable.
A bit.
This is one of the lesser effects in the movie.
Yeah, but it's because it's the only ones that are completely CGI'd instead of CGI plus animatronic.
Also, where did that river come from? Didn't we do a wide shot as they are dropping up?
Well, there was a hill, and that kind of obscured their vision. All I could think of is the Nostalgia Critic review. They eat their own shit. They do eat their own shit.
I'm like,
Mosquitoes!
Doug, I think you're out of line there, because I really do think a paleontologist would act like that if they saw.
Totally. I mean, I would. And as I established previously, I am a paleontologist.
No, you're a wannabe kid that was like, no, thanks.
No, I was. Oh, hey, look, the Diary of a Wimpy Kid has a 3.2. Is that Alicia Silverstone? Oh my god, that's Alicia Silverstone. Oh dear. Oh hey, look, it's the ironic skeleton.
Meanwhile, Joe Johnston's like, haha, Spinosaurus is bigger and more batter.
Batter. The Who Cares-osaurus.
Now I'm getting flashbacks to that awful Jurassic Park 3 review we posted back in middle school.
Oh, look. Best exposition scene.
I took that down, by the way.
Good. Oh, you delightful son of a bitch.
Meaning John Hammond would have to stand here all day 24/7. Hello, Jake.
That's how they did this movie. They got like 7 people to play Richard Harris.
You mean Richard Attenborough?
Richard Attenborough. That's what I meant. It's Richard Harris.
It's Dumbledore.
It's Dumbledore. It's the other sagely white bearded man.
Oh, I mean, he was the first Dumbledore. I like Michael Gambon better.
I think everyone does.
I still really like Richard Harris as Dumbledore, though.
I do too. What are you doing?
Fuck you.
Whoa! Spotlight. I have another spotlight. You know, I just kind of realized this, like, there was somebody who had to specifically make this little animated short for this. Can you imagine? It's just like, yeah, I worked in Jurassic Park, the 1. It's like, oh, what'd you do? I made the animated thing.
And then everyone remembers.
Yep, everybody remembers it.
How many mosquitoes do they have to find to make every species
Probably
they have?
a lot. This is where B.D. Wong takes over.
I don't understand how he can go from nameless scientist man to shadowy, oh, I designed the Indominus and I will refuse to tell the guy who gives me my paycheck what species I combine together. Because he's...
Jacob, are you telling me that the giant T-Rex raptor is part raptor?
I don't understand why, of all people, he refused to tell the owner of the park. Because he's secretly working with Vincent D'Onofrio. Easily the worst part of Jurassic World.
Yep.
think he's the reason why Jurassic World's just eh.
No, the reason why Jurassic World is just because it's not a very good screenplay. Honestly, my biggest problem with the movie isn't Vincent D'Onofrio. It's Bryce Dallas Howard. Not her character, or not her acting. It's her character. It's we have to force you have to like family because.
Instead of just letting her be her own thing.
Yeah, when it's like, oh god. It's like, really?
Chris Pratt, though, is just...
Well, Chris Pratt's great in anything because he's Chris Pratt.
What kind of diet doesn't allow tequila?
Tequilosaurus Rex.
Happy Cephalosaurus?
That's a real dinosaur. There he is.
Coctuosaurus?
Yep. BD Wong's just like, I'm gonna be on Mr. Robot in 20 years.
Yeah, I think BD Wong gets, like, top billing over Wayne Knight in this movie.
That's really weird. He's even a footnote in Mr. Robot. I think the biggest thing he's ever been a part of was Law and Order.
Now the claw's gonna disappear in the next shot.
This is a really impressive animatronic, though.
An Academy Award-winning editor edited that.
Well, it's not the editor's fault, it's the people who shot it.
You know, this reminds me of how, like, this is how you do a hatching of a dinosaur, unlike Disney's Dinosaur, where they had it, like, all creepy, human, baby-like for baby Aladar.
I hated that. See, this is another part where the Nostalgia Critic review bothers me. Like, I like it and all, but he's just like, how would a paleontologist not know this is a velociraptor? And I'm like, okay, first of all, no paleontologist has actually seen the dinosaur in real life, Doug. Paleontologists study bones. There are a lot of dinosaurs that look similar. Secondly, that's a baby. It could be literally anything. It's just like, Doug, would you know? Doubt it.
And then he makes fun of how, like, the scientists who designed the park wouldn't have foreseen the whole changing of sex because frogs are able to do that.
Well, he criticizes that, and I'm just like, but that's the point, is that it didn't matter to them. They completely overlooked it. It's part of the message of the film. Life will not be contained. Oh, there it is. There's the, he went almost like 20 whole seconds without an That was weird. Life finds a way. Apparently, Rob Walker got his excellent Jeff Goldblum impersonation from Ecoraptor. The more you know.
And that's my last line.
See you in 3 movies. You know what's like really underappreciated about this movie? The lighting. It's fantastic. Just especially when you get to the scenes where they're indoors or when it's nighttime. Oh.
This poor cow.
I know, he's just like, I'm just floating up here doing my cow business. Where am I going?
Imagine if the cow just took a shit while it was in the air.
This is my revenge.
Someone has a
Feed me to raptors.
Someone made a fan-made edit of that last scene of in the season 5A of Breaking Bad of Hank discovering the truth on the toilet by like after he has that flashback of Walt going, "You got me," with a splash.
Perfect. This is where Spielberg's like, hey, remember how I directed Jaws and I didn't show you the monster until halfway through the movie? That. He understands.
So the reason why there were 2 no-shows in a row wasn't because, was just because movie, as opposed to just...
Yeah. God, those shorts.
What's wrong with them?
They're very short. Or Muldoon just has really long legs and a really small torso. They spared no expense, you know.
I remember in the Real Thoughts video for a Nostalgia Critic, they mentioned how Doug said his mom is like, "Oh, Laura Dern's the only thing in this movie that's terrible."
Laura Dern's fine. In fact, she's really good, actually.
Apparently, Doug said his mom's like, "Oh, she just mumbles everything." You mean like Jamie Foxx in The Black Taken?
Sleepless. Black Taken.
They got tea.
It's supposed to be an easy grab. Well, it ain't no easy grab. They got tea.
They got tea.
They got tea.
At Ralph Seppi.
God bless. I think the Raptors overdid it a bit.
I love how literally no one touches a thing on their plate, and yet they came up here to eat.
Yep.
Spielberg
spotlights everywhere.
When I was a kid, I always fast forwarded this scene after my first watch because it was just boring adult talking. But now this is the best scene in the
I was
movie.
about to say, I was like, this is one of my favorite scenes.
What are you doing? I'm just gonna turn it up, but because I can barely hear.
What a funny story.
Anyway, how's your sex life?
Cannot tell you, it's confidential.
We should watch The Room.
No, we shouldn't. We really shouldn't. I do want to see the new Tommy Wiseau movie, though. It looks kind of good.
Is Mark in it?
Yeah. Him and Greg Sestero. I love Greg Sestero. He's great.
It's a perfect metaphor.
It's a pretty good metaphor. Packaged it? You patented?
It's patent then packaged.
Got him. Got him.
Like Hollywood in a nutshell nowadays.
Oh, God. Ironic coming from probably what was one of the pioneers of modern blockbusters. I hate to sound like that guy, but they really just don't make them like they used to. I mean, and if you want further proof of that, it's like, look at Jurassic World. It's the same fucking movie. It's just not as good. I say that as a fan of Jurassic World, by the way.
Yeah, and the way and Jeff Goldblum's all like, this isn't a species that was obliterated because like the building of a dam or something. Nature selected them for extinction. It reminds me of that one line in Lost World where the bad guys are like, an extinct animal that's brought back to life has no life. It exists because we made it. We patented it, so we own it. So shut the fuck up, you dumb environmentalist Vince Vaughn.
I wish they actually said that. He's a secret weapon.
Me.
Me and my pliers.
Did you do the motorboat?
You motorboating son of a bitch, you old sailor, you! What, you're crying because some hot older woman made you feel the cans? Stop crying like a little girl. I fucking love Wedding Crashers. Sammy is like, last time I was around this many projectors, I was in the mouth of madness. And wasn't that some shit? Jurassic. Good one.
8.1.
It's like 204 on the top 250, I think. Needs to be higher.
I gave it a 10.
Same. Grandpa! It's like the only two not annoying children in 90s movies.
Ew.
Don't you like how in the trailer for Jurassic Park: The Lost World, it shows a shot from the first movie?
Yep.
Like, remember this one?
I gave Lost World a 2. Is that
I gave it a 4.
Is that being a little too harsh?
No, honestly. If you gave it a 1, I'd be like, it's a bit much.
I think I gave 3 a 4.
I gave Jurassic Park 3 a 5, I believe.
Yeah,
Which is funny because you like it more than me.
Yeah, and I gave it a 4. Because I'm not shy to the fact that it's a shitty movie.
Yeah.
I just really like it.
Jurassic Park. Oh, jeez.
A 7.0.
Huh. Even that's higher rated than Alien Covenant. Jesus.
You mean Michael Crichton's book? What if the kid...
Oh,
Tim
he's just holding Jurassic Park. I love Tim. Because if I was him, I would be doing the exact same thing, and I just wouldn't notice at all.
Wasn't in the book Tim older than Lex?
Yeah. And Lex was fucking annoying. Like, God, if you think the kids in this movie are obnoxious, in the book they're, like, absolutely intolerable. I was rooting for Grant to throw them to the Raptors.
Mom and Dad are gonna get a divorce.
Did you just do the entire subplot of the kids in Jurassic World?
Just bring it up and
Yep.
then never...
They mention it, and then it never comes back again.
I think a 6 is a fair score for Jurassic World.
I think I gave it a 5. 5, 6, that's where I would put it at. It's like a 5.5.
Access main program grid.
And then you gotta do it with the cigar commercial.
Access main program grid. You didn't say the magic word. I think I rated some piece of crap called Valley of the Dead a 7.
Wow, thanks. It's not like I spent like 30 hours of my life editing that.
Nope, I'm just kidding.
Yep, thanks.
So I take it you watching Revenge of the Sith last night, Tank?
Oh, we didn't watch it, Revenge of the Sith. We watched Predators instead.
Okay, good, because you and me still need to do all the Star Wars movies before Last Jedi.
God.
Best line in the movie.
You've seen the dinosaurs, Jeff Goldblum. Like, what? It's like, yes, actually. Cooler, even.
What was the point of separating the park from those doors? Because the two fences go for about 5 inches after the wooden doors. You'd think that would go around the entire park if they wanted to separate the dinosaurs.
Well, I think that's just a gate for the tourists to go through. Funny because no, the Dilophosaurus is not like that.
It's not a poison spitter.
No. Well, it doesn't have the frill thing like they think it does.
Yeah. It's sleeping, Laura Dern. Let it be.
Let it be, let it be.
Oh, yep, this is my fourth. Number 4. I think I have a solid top 10.
I think you too.
Except I'm going to edit one more thing. I'm going to,
yeah, it's a... Yeah.
I love
I
Chronicle.
love Chronicle, but I don't love Chronicle as much as The Hateful Eight or Psycho. Or Zodiac or Seven, for that matter. Or Gone Girl. What's in one now? Pulp Fiction. I think that's a good place. The Baba Spook. Oh, Baba Spook.
Eh. Wait a minute.
Social Network.
There we go.
I really will not.
God damn it. No. Okay. Oh, God damn it. I keep pushing Chronicle back and back. I think this will be a good spot for it. I'm gonna... There we go.
Got him. At least you finally have a Scorsese movie on your list.
Okay, it's been there for a while.
Did you put Shutter Island on there?
No, I did not.
You should do that.
I love how it's just like, hello, David Fincher and Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, really. I mean, I think Pulp Fiction might be my number 14, coincidentally. Let me look. Good God, child.
What?
That noise you just made wasn't human.
You sure about that?
Yep. See, Pulp Fiction is my... Yeah, and Pulp Fiction's my number 14. How about that? Oh, that's like one of my... That's probably my favorite line in the movie. Woman inherits the earth. Got him. Sam Neill's like, yeah.
Because I'm like Jeff Goldblum. When did man destroy God?
It's metaphorical. Should read Nietzsche. Oh yeah, Lex is a vegan. Yeah, fucking hippie. Tim's like, yeah, do it. What was that supposed to mean?
No, because you saw like, he's gonna eat the goat.
Yeah, I know.
But that's a goat, not lamb, though.
No.
But
Yeah.
Mr. Lawyer, lamb typically means sheep meat, not goat meat.
I'm just trying to come up with a comparison because we don't eat goats.
Oh yeah, goats and sheep both go bah. It's my new favorite.
Why, yes, Jacob. They do. It's the funniest thing I've ever said.
house.
Oh.
Oh god, my eyes are watering.
Me too. Oh, Jeff Goldblum's gonna flirt with Laura Dern. Laura Dern. Laura Dern's like, I'm trying to get an Oscar for Inland Empire.
Can't wait to play that back after this is over.
I just want to upload that part. Forget the rest of it.
I'll do another channel highlight.
Yep. Alan, look at. Oh, don't touch my hand.
Chaos.
No. It's a chaos theory. You want to touch my butt with chaos theory? I want to touch your butt with chaos theory.
You're my chaos
You're
theory.
chaos, your theory. Every time. Where do all of those people go?
They got on the boat.
Oh. Oh, yeah. The obvious video file boat.
Oh yeah, they forgot to crop out the
Yeah.
moving bar.
Good job, guys.
But stuff like that's just fun to notice.
Yeah, really.
Like everyone would, like a person that doesn't know a lot about filmmaking would just say, "Oh, that's a plot hole." Like, no, because it doesn't break the movie.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's just like, it's kind of like what Ralph the Movie Maker said about Dark Knight Rises. Just like, yeah, you can nitpick the shit of it, but you can do the same thing with Dark Knight. But that's only if the movie's not entertaining you. If the movie's entertaining you, then it's doing its job.
Isn't that just a comforting image to stare at you while you're watching the movie?
Dead-eyed Tenma, yeah.
Oh, it's Littlefoot's Triceratops mom.
What? What's Patasaurus?
That's why I said it's Triceratops mom.
And don't you mean,
Sarah.
Sarah? I never remember her name.
Triceratops.
Yeah. I just remember Ducky and Spike.
In the sequels,
And Petrie.
Sarah gets two parents. Her dad's name is Topsy and her mom's name is Tria. Triceratops.
Well, if one of them's named Topsy, why isn't the other one named Turvy? Stupid.
That's because Sarah's real mom that we saw in the original just disappears and a random new female of Triceratops shows up in like movie 12.
Mm.
And her name's Tria.
Great.
Oh, and also in like movie 4 or 3 or whatever it was, when Sarah's dad starts singing, it's the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, apparently that guy has this exact same last name as Julianne Moore's character in Lost World, because he's called Dr. Harding. Sarah!
Sarah. Ah. Sarah. Ah. That was a gold flashlight.
One watch, gold. One cigarette lighter, gold. And a pack of cigarettes.
$10 if you can guess what movie that's from, audience. I'm not gonna give you $10.
Yes. You know they're toxic, but the animals don't eat them.
This is one subplot that never gets brought up again.
I think actually it's just supposed to infer the fact that they've been growing plants that the dinosaurs have been eating that they didn't intend to eat, hence making them sick. So it shows that the dinosaurs are incompatible with the ecosystem, reinforcing the film's themes.
But she digs through dino shit and doesn't find any.
Yeah, meaning that he got sick from the plants and not the toxic things, making them more incompatible. It's amazing. There was this thing in movies. They called it subtlety, I think. I don't remember.
Suspense, you mean?
No, subtlety. It's the second best Dan in this movie. Oh, here we go.
Would a dinosaur really shit that much?
Yep. Grant's just like, yeah, I ain't touching that.
I love Jeff Goldblum here in a second.
You are gonna wash your hands before you eat anything. Hot.
You will remember to wash your hands before you eat anything.
Here we go. Love you and love me some Wayne Knight.
Executing lightning.jpg.
Please, I have to insist that we get moving.
What is this? Those like Hunger Games where the entire park was just in a dome, and the only reason the storm exists was because Wayne Knight.
Kind of funny.
Where's Donald Sutherland when you need him?
I mean, Richard Attenborough is very similar to him, really.
Let it fly, Miss Everdeen. Let it fly.
Or you could just have him at the very end of the movie when she shoots Julianne Moore and he goes, ha! There it is.
Oh, the moving bar.
No, listen. You gotta give me the time. I did a test run on this and it took me 20 minutes. Like, maybe push
Also, the video starts over again when he's looking at it. Like the little bar was at the very beginning again. God, that like 144p. 1 shit.
That's a great decoration for a cane.
Isn't it? Also tells you a lot about his character.
It could have been like,
Yeah, like,
I'll be right back, and then all of a sudden my arm.
Yeah, it's just like, it could be if my arm was gone.
Just like Lee.
I finished debugging the phones.
Oh, did you?
He's a great liar. Samuel Jackson's just like,
I thought maybe,
I got time for this shit. I gotta go be in Pulp Fiction.
for 18 to 20 minutes, so some of the minor systems they might go on or off.
I watched that again the other day. Because I got it on Blu-ray. I don't understand how anyone could dislike Pulp Fiction. It's just fucking perfect.
Something that the cars are returning back on the exact same track.
Yep.
Meaning
Oh,
that
hey, 3 kids. Uh-huh.
during the days in the park, that means you're going to have cars seeing the park and coming back on the exact same track and running into each other.
No, I think there's just supposed to be one set, and then they loop around and then stop at a station, and then people get on them again.
Yeah, but if that were the case, then later on when they stop in front of the T-Rex pack, we can clearly see they're on the same track they were earlier,
Yeah.
just turned around now.
Yeah.
Clearly because the security camera was right there before it turned off, they should have found him.
Oh my god, all the dinosaur names they got spelled wrong. That was the first time I noticed anything with this movie when I was a kid. I just like looked and I was like, that's not how you spell that.
Oh yeah, they spell Stegosaurus wrong.
They spell every name wrong.
And the ironic thing was, by far the most complicated one they spell right.
Yeah, isn't it like Pachycephalosaurus they get correct?
No, like Megalodon.
Megalodurgid
They spelled Tyrannosaurus and Stegosaurus wrong.
Don't they spell Tyrannosaurus with like an I or some shit?
Hmm.
Or like 2 R's. Tyrannosaur.
I couldn't see it. Yeah, they put Sor. They forgot the A in Sor. They just put Tyrannosaurus.
See, they get that
yeah,
one.
Tyrannosaurus.
See, the thing is, he's supposed to be stealing 14 embryos, but somehow he fit 14 embryos in 10 slots.
As you do. Kind of thing. Alien Covenant, now that I think about it.
By the way, Dr. Sattler, you know, she's not like available, is she? Why? I'm sorry. You two are. Yeah.
Fuck buddies.
Hey, what that touch? We didn't touch anything. We're stopped.
Oh yeah, I forgot. They established earlier. I can't computer. I'm Dr. Grant.
Fences are failing all over the park. Find Maggie. Check the vending machines.
See, what I want to believe is that Muldoon goes to find Nedry and looks inside the vending machines. Not near them. Like,
It reminds me of that one part in Jurassic Park 3 where it's like, who's got some change? I got a buck 10. He just kicks it open. And then a few minutes later, the raptor's like, I'm gonna do an E.T. Come on, guys, you gotta wait for the dramatic reveal. Gotta scare Tay Leone.
The raptor fences aren't out, are they? No, they're still on. Why the hell would you turn the other ones off?
Because the raptor ones, I guess, are in a separate location.
or just because he's stupid.
Because he entered through the gate that they went through to get to see the park, that means the boat's docked somewhere inside the park instead of offshore somewhere. Which I find really odd.
I like when he actually tries to fix it.
You don't know which way east is? What if that was a blooper? They were like, let's just keep it.
Access to security. Access appropriately. Please! God damn it! Hate this hacker crap! Phone at this people. Okay. Phones are out too.
He's just been standing there for like 12 hours. T-Rex is like, I'm gonna get a snack later.
Did we miss the scene where he's like, we're gonna eventually see dinosaurs on this dinosaur tour?
Yeah.
Daenerys said to stay put. It's okay. I didn't ask.
We are eventually gonna see dinosaurs on this dinosaur tour, right? Hello.
I
Hello.
really hate that man.
Always one of those goggles as a kid.
Are they heavy?
Yeah.
When they're expensive, put them back.
What does the weight have to do with anything?
I guess there's more things.
Don't scare me.
Lex, you're fine. Considering both of you were about to have glass shattered on you.
And that was a mistake.
Yeah.
Oh, cool night vision.
I love that he calls that night vision, and it's clearly just like a green filter put on normal camera.
Yup. You want some H2O?
Some rain water.
Feels so good to have smart people instead of idiots as our protagonists.
That's true.
Like John, to quote JonTron, can we have a cast of main characters that doesn't make decisions like a 5-year-old with a bad case of eating too many
These
Snickers bars for breakfast?
Most iconic shot.
No, the most iconic shot is the one in the Jeep. Objects.
Oh, well, I say it's the breaking out, actually, but then the water and that.
If Toy Story 2...
Do you think he's like, something big's making that? Something heavy? That means it's expensive.
What?
Yep, that's what that sounds like. Mm-hmm. Yep, sure is.
It's a T-Rex. No, it sounds bigger.
What?
Sounds like it's bigger.
Like how the T-Rex had to have stealthily just eaten the goat in one bite.
Like the
Like
spine...
he was just like,
Where's the goat?
yoink!
Like the satellite phone thing in Jurassic
Yeah.
Park 3.
I've seen these movies too many times. The ringtone to the satellite phone. Stan Winston.
And you leave
you
the door
killed us
open.
all.
And you just left the door open.
He left us? He left us.
Oh wait, we got our best Jeff Goldblum quote in the movie now.
Is it Mommy's very angry?
No.
Yeah, I
Where does
know.
he think he's going? When you gotta go, you gotta go.
You gotta go, Jake?
No. After more than 20 years, it still blows me away how great this shot is.
Boy, I hate being right all the time.
Like, just from a raw filmmaking perspective, Jurassic Park needs to be studied.
Just this scene.
Especially based on movement.
This scene is so good.
Except the door is closed now, but it's gonna be open in the next shot.
Continuity is not this movie's strong suit.
Also, like how in 5 minutes, where that shot of where we saw the T-Rex breaking free was clearly grounded, but in 5 minutes it's gonna be a cliff.
Yep.
Turn the light off.
I like to swim naked too.
T-Rex. T-Rex. Look at T-Rex.
What would you?
Oh, this shot. The pupil. Oh, that's awesome.
So that's why I subconsciously tried to do a pupil shot in my horror short film,
Should be.
because I just remembered this. Whoever designed that roar,
It's made of like 20 different animal calls.
what if that's exactly what a T-Rex really sounds like? Don't put feathers on my T-Rex, Hollywood.
Yeah, I don't care if it's realistic. This is just like when Alan Rickman fell off the building in Die Hard and he thought he was actually dying, so the look on his face is just of sheer terror.
Rexy, why go after the children? It's like going after chicken nuggets.
He doesn't know that. Delicious.
Oh, I love rubber.
Mmm.
You could totally see the wire that flipped the car over, though. Finish it.
Finish it. Still don't know exactly where Ian fell.
I don't either. He's just like, eh.
This is what PG-13 used to be, kids.
Oh yeah. Do you ever notice how not a single female character dies in any of the Jurassic Park movies?
Jurassic World.
Oh yeah. That poor assistant.
That was like... That was so brutal.
Why
too.
would-
And,
why-
like, she's just a random character. And she's just horribly murdered. Like, horribly.
Why wasn't that Vincent D'Onofrio's death?
No, he had to die off screen, Jacob, because you can't kill.
Best part of Jurassic.
Didn't see him die. Tell him to make a sequel.
It's like, let's just do a Deep Blue Sea for the Indominus and have the big water dinosaur take it out.
Sounds badass.
Sorry, Tim, we can't save you.
Boy. Yeah, sure.
I remember I pointed that out to you a couple years ago.
Because
That
I thought it was on the other side.
yeah.
And now I'm like, no, that's clearly the same side. That's weird. It goes to show you how good of a movie it is, because you have to really go out of your way to notice it. Like, the only reason I'm pointing out, like, or both of us are pointing out what's wrong with the movie is because we've seen it so much that we've memorized it.
Yeah. That's a good sign.
Yeah, really. Wow, this is, like, seriously just the scene in the next movie that everybody says is good.
Like when you see something like in Toy Story 2, for example, there's a shot where for 10 seconds the blue belt Buzz is missing the blue belt, and everyone would be like, "Oh, it's a plot hole." Like, no, it's a goof up. Like a continuity error is not a plot hole.
Not too mean.
So, none.
Yeah. I think it was the nostalgia chick that described, like, plot holes and plot conveniences aren't really different things. They're just more of a gradient, like a spectrum.
And then Renegade Cut took what she said and perfectly
Yeah.
defined it. Because his review of Collateral Beauty is just...
Oh, this is the best thing.
I can't get Jurassic Park back online without Dennis Nedry.
It's okay, Stan Podolak from Space Jam.
It's all good.
Better Call Saul.
This is Jimmy. Better call Jimmy. It's not as catchy, is it?
No.
Better call Jimmy.
I love how the opening of the pilot of that show is just him working at a Cinnabon restaurant. Because he said that to Bryan Cranston in the last episode he was in Breaking Bad. I'll be lucky to get a job working at a Cinnabon restaurant. Was that a weak sound effect?
Sounded like it.
My glasses. I can afford more glasses.
I'll just get another pair. How are you going to see when you're driving? This is another thing that confuses me. The road to the Estoc is inside the Dilophosaurus pen.
You know, as you do.
What is up with that? Unless the Dilophosaurus just broke free and it just happens to be here.
Come on, Dennis.
Okay, there's no way that would hold.
It continues the Jurassic Park's films trend of just absolutely destroying the laws of physics.
Oh yeah, the way George Costanza pulls up
Yeah.
with the trailers with this one Jeep.
I have to go to the bathroom, so you have to keep the audience entertained.
Thought you were one of your big brothers. You're not so bad. You're not so bad.
Oh,
What
I
do you
got
want?
my
What do you want? You want
GoPro.
food? Look at me. I just got down the hill. I'm soaking wet. I don't have any food. I have no food on me. I have nothing on me. Come on. Hey, pets. Hey, pets. Hey, pets. Look, stick. 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 Yeah. Yeah, look, stick. Stick, stick. Stick, stupid. That's a stick. Yeah. You want your stick? You want to no wonder you're extinct. I'm gonna run you over when I come back down.
You could see the string audience. Let's ruin the movie for you.
Right here. I'm gonna look after you, but I have to go help your brother, so I want you to stay right here and wait for me. But that's not what I'm gonna do. Stay here.
I'm really entertaining, aren't I? This is why reaction videos are shitty.
Cam? Get out, coming up. Train's late. Cam? Tim. You okay?
I think I talked like literally twice while you were gone.
That's good. It's alright. We all feel like Tim right now.
You missed Dennis Nedry's death.
Oh, I heard it. I heard it. Yeah, right.
I love how they cut to a shot of like the can that fell out of his pocket getting covered in mud, and they never cut to it again, which is why Spielberg said that he wanted Lost World originally to be about the lost canister, but then Michael Crichton's like, nope, I wrote a book for you to base it on, but then he turned it into one of the worst adaptations ever.
Yep.
Because only 3 characters from the book are in the movie. Technically 4 if you count Kelly.
Which is an amalgamation of 2 characters.
And all of a sudden, Jeff Goldblum is now Black Daughter.
Yep.
So, I'm gonna help you with your brother.
Well, Jeff Goldblum's a black kid. I don't know what the fuck with that. Somebody messed up
Bad order.
God. JonTron uploaded that Lost World video back in 2010.
Dear God. feel old all of a sudden.
And his Birdemic video was uploaded in 2012.
Sound design in this movie is just spectacular.
Well, we're back in the car again.
At least you're out of the tree.
Look at the bright side, Tim.
How did the kid not break a bone when the T-Rex pushed the car into the tree?
Where's the other car?
How did you not break a bone when you hit a wall?
And Laura Dern, you do know that repeating "Where's the other car" like 50 times isn't going to help you find the answer. Oh, I love this. They just find human flesh on the ground and just assume it's Gennaro.
I think this was Gennaro.
I think this was too.
Maybe it's the shirt.
I think it's half.
Or bits of shirt.
Prices down if you wander in and out of any paddock you likes.
Oh yeah, Ian just fell somewhere.
Yeah. Covered up by some hay.
Oh, what? He threw the torch aside and somehow it hit his leg and burned it?
I don't think that's what happened, but I think, like, did the T-Rex step on his leg?
It's so confusing.
I don't know.
The other car!
How did they get down there?
There's probably a passageway down there somehow.
It'd be funny if it was just randomly grounded again. Like
Yeah.
in the T-
Oh, that's a great shot. God, isn't that fantastic? Just the
Yeah.
pan down, reflection in the water, focus in on that, ripple, focus.
It's an impact arm is what it is. Firing alarms here.
Come on. We gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here. Now. Right now. Go. Let's go. Hey. Start the engine. Must go faster.
What? Why did they have to duck?
They just want to be careful. Fuck this shit, I'm gonna go eat the kid.
Oh yeah. Another inconsistency where it's like in this movie the T-Rex can keep up with the Jeep.
But in the second movie, it can't keep up with people. A giant herd of people.
You know what I just discovered a couple of weeks ago? The most pointless content on all of YouTube. It's called The Reviewer. He takes people's reviews and reviews them, meaning he'll just take a clip of Nostalgia Critic talking, and then he'll comment over it, and then in the end of the video it's just, it was a really good review, it was funny, it was insightful. It's like 10 minutes of him just talking about Doug's review, but instead of watching it in like a shitty reaction video, he like reviews the review.
Yeah, I know, you told me. so stupid.
Retarded. It's the Vegisaurus.
It's like a big cow. He needs his little raptor blow thing that he gets in 3.
The monsters come over here.
Monsters, things, just animals. These are herbivores.
That means we only eat vegetables. But for you, I think we make an exception.
Tim, you little shit.
The good kind of little shit.
Yeah.
What they do.
My favorite line from Tim is later in the movie, look at how much blood.
Blood.
Fuck you, Vince Vaughn. I think that's my least favorite scene of the Psycho remake. Him just running down screaming
Whole
blood.
movie is my least favorite scene.
Just because it's shittier.
Yeah.
Just have to evolve, too.
In the Psycho remake, if you're watching it blind without seeing the original, it's so obvious what the twist is, just because Vince Vaughn is so crazy already.
Yeah, he overplays it so much.
But with Anthony Perkins, it's just so.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs rest. Alan?
How many police officers does it take to screw in a light bulb? They just beat the room for being black.
Is that a Ralph joke?
That was
Sounds
Amazing
like one.
Atheist.
Oh, okay.
I never understood why he just throws it away.
I think it's sort of symbolic of him, like, not. He's willing to move on and care about a family rather than just his career. This is actually one of my favorite scenes in the movie right here.
Yeah, but he's still going to be a paleontologist when the movie ends, so why not just stick it in his pocket and as like a souvenir or something?
I mean, after you get attacked by dinosaurs, don't you kind of think it loses its luster?
No.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I think the biggest continuity error is earlier in the movie. He's like, they got a big claw on the middle toe, but then later on during the kitchen raptor scene, you can clearly see the big claw
It's
is
like the left. Like, nope, not middle toe.
I wonder if Steven Spielberg, when he goes back to watch his old movies, notices some of the continuity errors
Oh, I'm
himself.
sure.
He's just like, wow, I can't believe I messed that up.
Still haven't, as terms of Steven Spielberg movies, I still have not seen War Horse.
I haven't either.
It's supposed to be really good.
We should watch that. Considering none of us have seen it, that'd be a good thing
Yeah.
to watch together.
I mean, it's Spielberg, of course I'm gonna like it.
People would say that it's either please. Well, I could see the please, when they come to see the please. How please. I laugh.
I keep getting War Horse mixed up with the Water Horse.
Yeah, no.
I kind of liked that movie. I'm not gonna
I
call
don't think it's good, but I don't remember it being particularly bad either.
I kind of liked the idea of a concept of a small kid finding and hatching a baby Loch Ness monster.
Yeah.
That concept sounds intriguing to me. Yeah, I love how Laura Dern is basically Elastigirl in this scene. Because she's sitting on like the far opposite end of the table, and yet she just reaches over to Richard Attenborough's ice cream like it's nothing.
Are you doing anything later?
I have a previous engagement. Oh, the mask. She still got the mask.
I'm Syndrome, your nemesis, and I.
Oh, brilliant. Jason Lee.
That's the illusion. I was overwhelmed by the power of I made
Helvin.
a mistake too.
God
I
damn
didn't
it.
have enough respect for that power, and it's out now.
I want Jason Lee to come back for Incredibles 2, but he can't because Syndrome
Because
died.
Syndrome is super dead.
When I found a shitty fan fiction called A Bug's Life 2, and it just pulls some stupid what a straight to DVD Disney sequel will do, where it's like Hopper survived the bird attack at the end of the first movie, and all that happened to him was the bird took his wings.
How do you have time to look up Bugs Life fanfiction, but not to watch any of the thousands of movies that I recommend to you?
Because I'm a shitty person.
Okay.
Because that takes me like 10 minutes to do, whereas the movie will take me like 3 hours, depending on the running time.
3 hours? Not every movie is Return of the King there, bud.
You're right. Return of the King is 4 hours. Excuse me.
Go away! To Vegisaurus, Lex, Vegisaurus! Come on.
The little brother is tempting the older sister. That's brilliant. He's like, give me my food.
It's just like, I just want to eat, man. Wait, give it to me.
Oh yeah, doesn't it fucking sneeze on
Yep.
her?
It's great.
Looks like it has a cold.
Yeah, maybe.
Can I touch it?
Just think of
See, I think that's actually the subplot coming up from earlier when they were talking about the sick Triceratops. He said it looks like it has a cold because it had the stuff coming out of its eyes, and the Triceratops had stuff coming out of its eyes, so maybe it's implying that all the dinosaurs are sick because the plant life is incompatible with the ecosystem. Like, again, subtlety. Got her.
God bless you! Oh, great. Now she never try anything new. Just sit in her room and never come out and play on her computer. I'm a hacker. That's what I said. You're a nerd. I'm not a computer nerd. I'm a nerd who calls
Chekhov's hacker girl.
Apparently I'm doing great. 50% remaining data with 16 days left.
It's about perfect, yeah. You notice how the egg he's holding is shaped perfectly like a cradle? Skimbalism.
I thought you were gonna say like a xenomorph from Alien or something.
No, symbolism.
Film said they used frog DNA to fill in the gene sequence gaps. They mutated the dinosaur genetic code, blended it with that of the frogs. Now, some West African frogs have been known to spontaneously change sex from male to female in a single sex environment.
It has to be so weird if you're a frog.
It's like, oh. Well. Hey, Bill. Get over here.
Bill, my dick's
Hey,
gone.
Bill.
I found in the
Peter.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick Warburton. Oh, yep, best shot.
out of your mind.
Best shot.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Bill.
Mm-hmm. Isn't Bill just the greatest developed character in all of cinema?
Mm-hmm. I mean, he's more developed than anybody in Suicide Squad.
You'd have to be excluding the man who can climb anything from that, right?
Yep.
The only way to wipe out everything is through here. Now, as I understand it, all the systems will then come back on their original site.
Where did her glasses come from?
Because movie.
But we gotta shut down the entire system before it may not come back on at all. Yes, again.
Oh, she had them on when they got the island. When she
Oh,
was...
did they?
I love how Dr. Sattler, being a paleobotanist, never asked the question, Okay, how did you make the extinct plants come back to life? Because apparently they just did. But then Lost World's like, oh, but then there's lysine in the vegetables that they eat, and the carnivores eat the herbivores.
It's actually not a bad theory, I guess. Could be worse.
It just goes to show B.D. Wong is an idiot.
Yeah. Best line. Best line. All of cinema.
No, the best line in all of cinema is the yawn Jeff Goldblum lets out after the woman screams at him in Lost World at the beginning.
Yep.
Or the guy that's like, oh, I believed you.
Okay. Look, see that? It's on. It worked. Wait a minute, when you work, everything's still on. Maybe the shutdown took the circuit breakers. All we have to do is turn them back on, reboot a few systems in here, telephone, security doors, half dozen others, but it worked. System's ready. Where are the breakers? Maintenance here, the other end of the compound. 3 minutes, I can have power back on the entire compound. Just to be safe, I want everybody in the emergency bucket.
Yeah, let's just send the random black guy all by himself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Okay, never mind. Oh, I love this scene.
Gala minus.
Gala minus. Meat sources.
Yep.
Metasauruses.
Metasaurus.
Ooh, is there really meat in meteors?
Yep. Just like a flock of birds evading a predator.
They're
Evading a predator.
walking this way.
But then for some reason the predator that they're running from comes from the side instead of behind them. Because continuity.
Yep.
God, that shot looks so good.
Yeah, it did.
Have to look at birds.
Frady cat. Do you even lift, Lex? Do you even lift?
Something's wrong.
This is just a delay. That's all. There's all major theme parks have delays. You know, from Disneyland in 1956. Nothing works. Good chance the Pirates of the Caribbean breaks down. The pirates will eat the tourists.
Well, not anymore.
Okay, there's a
Now we have cannibal pirates.
those are the movies, not the ride.
Yeah, but it still happened.
The fact that Pirates of the Caribbean was a ride before a movie still amazes me because it seems like the opposite.
Yeah, pretty much.
Unlike the Haunted Mansion, Eddie Murphy's Haunted Mansion.
Haunted Mansion.
We can discuss sexism and survival situations when I get back. You just take me through this step by
At least Richard Attenborough didn't jump over the same tree branch twice.
Yeah, but it's still kind of funny though because it's just like, John, you're an old man with a cane. Give the woman the walkie-talkie.
That is funny though, because Spielberg clearly established that there are 3 branches that she needs to jump over, but instead of showing her jumping over all 3 of them, he shows her jumping over one twice, and then the third one.
I know.
The shutdown is the time of all offenses.
Well, you know what's serious? He took the hat off.
Oh boy, he's gonna concentrate.
It's like when Dr. Grant left his hat behind in the birdcage in JP3, and Billy's just like, I rescued your hat.
It's like this plot knows how to get its priorities in order.
And somehow, the military found Billy before the rest of them.
Yep.
Even though they were just pulling up to the island as soon as they got to the shore.
Oh my god, there's waffles and syrup Oreos? Ew.
We have to watch that.
Yeah. Poor Brad. Tries all kinds of nasty shit.
Did you see him try the McWhopper?
Yeah. Good job, Laura.
I guess the editor must have been in a rush to get it out.
I mean, Spielberg was doing this and Schindler's List at the same time.
I wonder which one made more money.
Yeah, so I don't have a clue.
Somehow Spielberg managed to direct 2 movies at the same time and came out with 2 masterpieces, yet when he directs something over Skype, he directs a pile of shit.
That goes to show you what essential directors really are.
I think it was CinemaSins that pointed out later on, would this Finch really have shocked Tim because he wasn't grounded at all? And I'm curious to know if that's actually the case. That
I guess it means the power's off.
oh God, Sam Neill.
He's such an asshole.
Love Tim here.
That was great.
Boys. Looks like he's gonna try and bite it.
Why don't they? Okay. Guys, if you walk 10 more feet to the right, you'll find that the fence just stops.
And also, Tim can totally fit through like little gaps in the fence. He can squeeze through easily.
This should have been a right turn.
What about it?
There should be a large amount of cable and pipes lining this.
I should follow that.
Okay, following the piping. Tim, you're not gonna make a climb over the top to get the other side before you can get to the top. Don't see me. What's that?
Come on, guys. It's not a race.
When the T-Rex is coming, it is a race.
This high voltage.
One thing that the book had included that I wish the movie had included too, that because they used the frog DNA, it allowed the dinosaurs to be able to do stuff that frogs can do, like swim in water. And then some animals, they didn't use frog DNA for all of them. They used like crocodile DNA for others and stuff like that.
You can't throw the main switch by hand. You've got to pump up the primer handle in order to get the charge. It's large, flat, and gray.
Alright, here I go, okay? Three. Okay. Charles.
Now, look over its contact position. There's a round green button. It says push to close.
Come on, Laura Dern, wait 10 more seconds.
Now, Eddie, the red buttons turn on the individual power systems. Switch them.
I have to jump. Let's go. I'll count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Coming up to get you. Gotta get you.
It's like, Dr. Grant, you're like 10 feet away from him.
Yep.
10,000 volts should have just deep fried him. There's no way he could have survived that. Or should have. Oh, this part.
I think we're back in business.
God damn, that was terrifying in theaters.
It's like,
I was waiting for you.
hey, you!
I love how this exact same shot is in Jurassic Park 3.
Mr. Arnold.
I guess that the dinosaurs don't like dark meat.
So who'd you steal that one from?
Why else would they leave the arm behind? Oh yeah, because they just have to show that he died. And it was Filmmaster Adam that I stole that from. Because I think it was a Shark Night 3D review. Because like the shark clearly ripped the arm off of somebody, and then some guy says he's gonna go back in the lake and get it, and somehow he finds it instead of it being in the shark's stomach.
As you do.
Why does he wait so long to get his weapon fully ready to fire?
I mean, it could have fired before. I think he's just being fun. It's a stabilizer. Always awesome.
I love how the raptor pauses and waits for him to comment on how clever they are before it pounces. Kind of like how in oh my god, a snake!
Oh, it'll be worse than a snake.
Like how in Spider-Man, how there's enough time apparently for Willem Dafoe to go, oh, before the glider impales him in the dick. Even though there was literally wasn't. Yeah, that's what happens to your hair when you get electrically shocked from 10,000 volts. Of course it's going to stick up. Dr. Grant, you know you can untuck your shirt when you're on a deserted island of dinosaurs, right? No, that's just heaven when you're a kid.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Laura Dern.
I was gonna say, I was just like, hi, Laura Dern's butt.
The visual contrast, everything on the Lexus plate is a vegetable and everything on Tim's plate is a dessert.
Yep.
best scene in the movie.
Open the door.
Hey, you. Alan.
Just the two raptors, right? You sure it's that much contained?
Yes. Unless I figure out how to open doors.
If only it was a doorknob instead of that metal stick thing.
Yep.
Because how would they
Yeah,
turn
just be like, I can't get it, it's hard.
What is it?
Velociraptors are a lot smaller than that. I'm right here. Gosh.
He's like, don't you fucking touch me, bitch.
And none of this is CGI with the exception of the shot of him jumping on the table.
Oh yeah.
That's
Hey,
clear.
look.
The middle toe.
Yep, and it's on the right of one toe and on the left of the other. Like, look. It's on the right of the left foot and the left of the right foot. Okay.
Well, I think it's clever how they take advantage of reflections here.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Because even though the raptor's supposed to be smart, how would he know about that?
Yeah, really.
You could put on a convincing fake scream for the raptor.
Yeah, it's because, they found child actors who could, act. Oh god, this shot. It's fantastic.
Again, it's a 10-year-old running with a limp. How does the raptor not catch up to him?
Well, he's gotta get momentum. It's not like he just starts running at 15 miles an hour.
Want a hug? Guys, you only locked one of the raptors up.
You forgot about me! Dr. Grant, the worst user of a shotgun in any movie ever.
Because he fires like 4 shots and then it just jams.
You don't miss with a shotgun like that. That's not how it works. Shotguns have a spray of bullets.
The door locks. Ellie, pull up the door locks.
Although it does get the best piece of acting from Richard Attenborough. Also, Timmy, get him the gun. Timmy, give him the gun. Timmy, give him the gun. Timmy, give him the gun.
Jake, the chair needs a massage.
Timmy. Timmy, get him the gun. Get him the gun, Timmy. Timmy gun. Timmy. He's just like, ooh.
Is Ellie Sattler really doing much help assisting Grant right now? 'Cause she could probably just get the gun herself.
I mean, he's trying to hold back the door.
Yeah, but Grant's doing it all by himself. I don't think she's helping much.
Well, she's still on the door.
Maybe I'm just being an asshole.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's okay, guys. I'm allowed to criticize this movie because it's my 4th favorite movie ever.
I know. You can recognize that there are problems with something and still love it, guys. I know that's a foreign concept.
What works?
Follow security systems. Your name will be got it.
Crumb, Mr. Hammond, the phone's working.
Hey, Jake, my computer is recording this.
That will send the damn helicopters.
Gonna go through the glass.
I thought at first he was screaming "don't," as in "don't shoot my baby raptor."
Yeah, no. Oh, I remember this shot more than any shot in the movie from when we saw it in 3D. Right. Oh, look at that shot. The DNA code. You clever bastard, you. Who the fuck shot this?
Roger Deakins.
No. God, Spielberg's 72 now. Damn.
So is George Lucas, and he has a daughter who's like 4. I love how like 2 years ago, George Lucas was like, "I just turned 70 and I just have a new daughter, not a granddaughter, a daughter."
Daughter.
Why would you have a kid at 70?
Yeah, you can afford it. Why the fuck not? Dean Kundley. What is Dean Kundley shot? Back to the Future, Apollo 13. So it's
How did he get out of the locked freezer?
things.
Because that's not the raptor that was chasing them. That was the one they locked in the freezer.
Jacob,
What?
do you know what other movie the cinematographer for this shot?
Jurassic Park 3?
Jack and Jill. I am not kidding.
What the fuck?
Cinematographers have the strangest careers. He also shot Scooby-Doo Curse of the Lake Monster.
I mean the Cartoon Network TV movie.
The cinematographer for Jurassic Park.
How do you go from Jurassic Park to
Oh
Scooby-Doo?
my god.
No!
Camp Rock.
Oh wait.
Best scene. Best scene.
And the raptor went invisible for 1 frame.
And Garfield. And the Looney Tunes back in action.
What the hell?
This is so strange.
I love how the one raptor was like, "You killed my buddy."
It's just like, fuck you.
Hammond, after careful consideration, I've decided not to endorse your park. So
He shot Psycho 2. Oh my god! Holy fucking shit. He shot The Thing and Halloween 3 in the same year. This man.
Are you sure we're talking about the
Yep.
same guy?
And he did Halloween 2 and Escape from New York.
Home Alone 2?
No. And the original Halloween. And Where the Red Fern Grows. You remember that?
I haven't watched that since 4th grade.
Me either. That was the third movie he worked on.
I remember that being a really shitty movie, though.
I remember it being alright.
I love how... In the book, it made sense for it to be called Where the Red Fern Grows, but in the movie, just randomly in the last 2 minutes, oh, a red fern just grew outside their house.
It's like, oh, okay. And they, like, forgot the entire second half of the book. They just kind of adapted the first half. Like, the stuff with the hunting dogs and, like, the competition, like, that wasn't a thing in the movie.
You can only do so much in one movie, though.
Yeah.
Like, everyone complains that they left Spew out of the Harry Potter movies, and I'm like, that just sounds like filler to me.
I wonder who shot the Harry Potter movies. Harry Pooper and the Sorcerer's Stone. Burbs.
I love how Jurassic Park 3 recreates this
With
scene.
pterodactyls, and it's like, they're gonna, like, murder people.
Hey,
Oh
Mom.
my god, the cinematographer for the first Harry Potter movie shot Fury Road. That's amazing. Oh, cinematographers are my favorite. And Prince of Persia. Jesus.
This is a weird last scene. It's like, what happens to the island? What happens to the main characters when they get back?
We won't explain in the sequel. Fuck you.
Oh yeah, in the sequel, oh, I had a second island where I actually grew the animals, because that thing where you saw me grow the animals in the first island, that was just something for the tourists. This is where I actually grew them, and they've been growing in the wild ever since.
God.
What about the shit weasels?
What about the shit? What about the shit?
Here we go, Sam Neill.
Laura Dern. Oh, and Dead Poet Society.
Jeff Goldblum. Jeff Goldblum should be before Laura Dern.
A little bit.
And Richard Attenborough as John Hammond.
Yeah, he is.
Bob Peck, who was he?
The lawyer?
No, that was
There's Martin Ferrero, Bob Peck. You look him up. Who is he?
B.D. Wong.
Over Sam Jackson? What?
There we go, Samuel L. Jackson, Wayne Knight.
Yeah, Bob Peck was the hunter. He was Muldoon.
B.D. Wong over the kids, Wayne Knight and Sam Jackson.
Mm.
So, final thoughts. Jurassic Park's amazing. Go watch it.